Week 12 was crazy. From unbelievable duds like Jonathan Taylor, make me sick, to studs that won you your week like Saquon Barkley. My co-host here, Jeffrey, has set up the grades. Say what's up to the people, Jeffrey.
Good afternoon, Bay Nation.
Without further ado, let's get it started. Jeffrey, I'm going to need you to read off those names. We're going to start with the failures for this week. All of these running backs deserve an F in week 12.
Austin Ekeler, Jonathan Taylor, Brian Robinson, Ramondre Stevenson, Javonte Williams, Zach Charbonnet, Raheem Mostert.
First, let's knock out the people that we actively don't really care about sucking because nobody was starting them. Unfortunately, Raheem Mostert, Zach Charbonnet, wasn't nobody really starting them. Next, the injuries. Brian Robinson Jr. got banged up fairly early, only played a couple plays after that. Not mad at you, dog. Heal up. Austin Ekeler, I'm not sure why you weren't more involved. I know you got a concussion, but I'm pretty sure that happened at the end of the game, so I'm not quite sure why you weren't doing anything or they weren't using you at all, but that was frustrating, especially with Brian Robinson going out. Ramondre Stevenson, how they only give you 8 carries? I know they were losing. 8 carries? Not enough. 2 targets? Well, you're one of their best players. They got a bunch of no-names. And you can't get no love? I got to go back to see if you got injured because, my boy, ridiculous. But now we get into the real problem. Jonathan Taylor, you've been such a disappointment so far. I knew you'd have some speed bumps with Anthony Richardson being the quarterback, but oh my God. 11 carries for less than 40 yards? And did you get stones for hands? Are you dropping passes in practice? Why do you have 0 targets, my boy? Anthony Richardson, I get that you can run the ball, but no offense. Dump it down sometime, dog. Your team is trash. Your best player is Jonathan Taylor, and you're not utilizing him. What are you doing, coaching staff? Please. If there's a game plan where your best player is not involved and you're losing, you have a bad game plan and need to reevaluate that. Jonathan Taylor should be utilized way better than this. And honestly, as long as Anthony Richardson's there, I don't know when this gets fixed. This is a problem. I started 3 of these fools, and it cost me in a league I wanted to win, and I'm very upset about it. I'm very, very upset about it. Jonathan Taylor, you are a problem, sir. Not mad at Brian Robinson. Injuries happen. Don't be one of those internet trolls that goes and says negative stuff about people that got injured. He got injured. Like, what do you want from him? Ramondre Stevenson, I'm happy I traded you away in one of my leagues. You get on my nerves. Which one of these running backs hurt you? Because Jonathan Taylor crushed me yesterday. I'm upset. Get these players out my face, Jeffrey. Moving on to D-ranked players.
Yes, sir.
All of these running backs deserve a D in week 12.
Devin Singletary,
Tyrone Tracy.
Christian McCaffrey, Najee Harris.
Nobody's starting Devin Singletary. Move that out of the way. Tyrone Tracy, that was disappointing. CMC, I'm going to get to you in a minute. And Najee Harris didn't get the touchdown. Snow game. Okay, whatever. Christian McCaffrey, you're killing me, Smalls. Less than 70 total yards. 3 receptions. I know. Brock Purdy was out. I figured they would lean on you more. You're getting back from injury, so I'm not freaking out. But it was disappointing to see you get bottled up like that. I got to go back and watch the film. But CMC, that was disappointing. 2.8 yards a carry. You got a little bit done in the air, so you did that. But less than 10 points ain't gonna cut it, big dog. He hurt me, personally. I hurt you this week? Let me know down in the comments. Just got the man back. Moving on to the C's. As we spoke about in the past, the C's and the B's, I'm gonna fly through those because those guys were just mid. With the C grade, we have Kyron Williams, Rico Dowdle, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, and Joe Mixon. Not used to seeing Mixon or Kyron down here, but happens to the best of them. At B's, we have Kenneth Walker, Rashad White, and Kareem Hunt. Thanks for staying viable for a couple more weeks, Hunt. Now we get to the A's. Guys that really helped you, assuming you started them. All of these running backs deserve an A in week 12. How did Amir Abdullah make it on this list? Anyways.
David Montgomery, Jalen Warren, Chuba Hubbard.
I know some of y'all are stoked about that Amir Abdullah situation because y'all got him off of waivers. David Montgomery did his thing even though he got injured in the middle to late in that game, I believe. Watch out for him. I'm not sure if he's going to play this week. They play on Thursday, but regardless, did work for you. Warren was solid, got into the end zone. That really helps. Same with Chuba Hubbard. Hey, special shout out to Chuba Hubbard. Here's the thing, my boy. I had a trade on the line for you. I was sending you away in a dynasty league. I believe it was him and somebody else's fourth for a first round pick in 2027. And it was all coming down to this game right here. And you came through for me, my boy. Let's go. I needed that. That touchdown you got, it didn't get you a win in real life, but it got me a win to send you away. I'm in a rebuild. I took over an orphan team. It was terrible. I'm breaking it down, building it up. Need some firsts. You're the perfect candidate. I'll get into some more moves I made later, but thank you, Chuba Hubbard. That actually meant something for real for me. You the man. I actually think Chuba Hubbard's a good running back. I'm not super concerned about Jonathan Brooks, mainly because I don't trust veterans coming off of ACL. I'm not going to trust our rookie coming off an ACL. Could he be quasi-viable? Sure. Even next year, do I think he straight up overtakes Chuba Hubbard? Not really. Not with the contract they just gave Chuba Hubbard. Was it 15, 16 million guaranteed? Nah. They're going to utilize him. You don't pay running backs that much money and not use them. So yeah, I had two of these guys, David Montgomery, Chuba Hubbard, both of y'all. Good job, boys. Now we're moving up to the cream of the crop, the A pluses, the ones that really took you over the edge. Let's get to it. All of these players deserve an A plus in week 12. These are the guys that got you the dubs. One of them got you a crazy dub. Y'all know who that is. I'm going to save him for last because I got a nice little rant to go on.
Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Devon Achane, Tony Pollard, Jahmyr Gibbs,
Bucky Irving,
Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley.
I'm proud of Nick Chubb carrying the load, getting 2 touchdowns. Good for you, Nicky. Devon Achane was mostly carried by his 2 touchdowns, but 2 touchdowns will get it done. Speaking of, we had 5 running backs with 2 or more touchdowns. Chubb, Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Saquon Barkley all had 2. Josh Jacobs had 3. Ugh. 5 players with over 100 yards from scrimmage. Nice. Now let's talk about the cream of the crop. Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is an absolute menace. The fact that the New York Giants paid Daniel Jones and not Saquon Barkley was wild to begin with. But when you take into account the fact that Saquon Barkley is having an MVP year, not a running back MVP year, he got people like, should we push quarterbacks to the side for this running back who is dominating? 255 yards on the ground? Saquon Barkley is going crazy this year. And y'all let him walk. What are we going to do? Play a quarterback $40 million and a running back? Yes, that's what the Eagles are doing. What are you thinking? Letting him go to your rivals is crazy. That owner must be sick. 255 yards on the ground. What? Breaking records. I saw earlier on the facility, Shady ain't even mad. Shady is praising this man as a good veteran should. That's crazy talk. This man jumping over people backwards. 300 all-purpose yards yesterday. En route to set the record for most all-scrimmage yards with 2,100. What? I ain't gonna lie. I was ecstatic when I traded for Christian McCaffrey. And it's been a rough year. But getting Saquon Barkley in my dynasty team? I am so excited. This man has been a menace. A menace. He had 150 more yards than the second best running back. He had 18 more fantasy points than the second best running back. What a way to end your Sunday night. And the Eagles are for real. I couldn't believe their defense was as good as it was. But this running game and the blocking, oh my God. Let me know which one of these players led you to a dub this week or caused your defeat. Saquon led to my dub. Let me know down in the comments. Or is your matchup not done already? What do you need tonight to bring home the dub? I need a big game from Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. Because in the league where I don't have Saquon, Saquon is smacking me up. So I need a big one. Come on, Lamar. Do your thing. I've been liking doing the grades. So we're going to do some grades for NFL teams. I feel like that's like a nice little thing to do. I can throw my proverbial hat in the ring. Let you know where I think these teams stack up. But yeah, Saquon Barkley is not just a fantasy MVP. He might be the NFL MVP. Now, I don't think that they do it. I do think that he wins Offensive Player of the Year. His running has been incredible. He has made a big change to this team. But that spin move, jump over somebody backwards situation he did, I mean, that alone, play of the year. Play of the year. How often is the play of the year not like a touchdown? Crazy talk. When someone's doing something you've never seen before, that's when. I got a lot more where this came from, breaking down running backs this episode, wide receivers this episode, as well as a lot more stuff coming your way. I got waiver wires coming up this week. I do want to do some team rankings, see if I can get that done in time. The best and worst matchups, you name it, I got it. So let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell down below. Good luck in your matchup this week. Hopefully you either have the dub or will be getting the dub. Talk to you soon, Bay Nation. Peace.